Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about algebra tiles. In the homework assignment, I kind of directed you to this link to an Amazon set of algebra tiles that you could buy. Um, this is a really good set, and it has exactly what you need because the algebra tiles that I need that you need to have unit tiles, x tiles, y tiles, x squared, y squared tiles, and xy tiles. So this has all the tiles you need. However, it's been brought to my attention. Shout out to Christian, one of your fellow students, brought to my attention that you can actually play with algebra tiles online. Um, and so he sent me a link to this one. Here's the URL if you want to look it up. And you can just, kind of play virtually with algebra tiles this way. Um, so this is a great idea. I don't love this particular website. However, I did search for another one, and here's one that I like better. Um, and this is free, so you don't have to like purchase anything, and you can kind of play with algebra tiles this way. For those of you who want like the physical, manipulation, uh, then obviously you can still purchase a set of algebra tiles if you'd like. But um, but for those of you who maybe don't want to spend the money, this is a great alternative. So this is what this site looks like when you type this into your web browser. And then if you want to play with algebra tiles, then you just click on this thing, and in order to get algebra tiles out here into this little space to play with them, you just click and drag. I'm not sure exactly how this would work on a tablet, but I know that they have um, like different options for like if you're doing this on a phone versus like a tablet or whatever. So the other thing that I want to point out is that this will be useful later on, but there are different backgrounds that you can use. So you would use like uh, an equation background if we were trying to use algebra tiles to solve an equation, or you would use a corner piece background if you were trying to do like some kind of multiplication or division, or if you were trying to do factoring with algebra tiles. Otherwise, we'll just use like a blank background for different things. But anyway, uh, this is really cool. If you want a negative tile, then all you have to do is take. So the default is that these are positive tiles. But if you want it to be negative, if you want it to represent a negative quantity, then you click on it once, and it turns it negative. The other thing is that let's say you don't like the way that this is oriented. If you click on it once, it turns negative. If you double click it, then it rotates, right? Which is pretty nice, right? Um, Same thing goes for like the XY tiles. You can rotate them. This will be useful for us, and you'll see why when we start to deal with algebra tiles. But I just wanted to kind of introduce you to this. If you wanted to delete a tile, you just take it and drag it and put it back in the mat, and then it deletes, right? So we'll play around with algebra tiles a little bit in a few days. We won't start working with algebra tiles for another week, but I wanted to throw this out there to maybe stop you from buying tiles, because as it turns out, you might not need to actually spend the money on them. Anyway, kind of fun to play with. But that's all I have to say about algebra tiles for now. So maybe don't buy the tiles unless you want to have like physical tiles. But otherwise, you can just play with them online like this. And we'll talk about them a little bit more.